There's this couple, James and Kimberly Beek, and he was on Dawson's Creek. He was also recently on Dancing with the Stars. He's done a lot of other things too. And they have 5 beautiful kids, and their family's just precious. So I do follow her, and I saw that they were featured on this Instagram account, and it was a precious picture of all 7 of them. And I went to the comments. I don't even know why. I just did. I went through the comments, and a huge number of the comments were about how many kids they have and how irresponsible it is for them to have that many kids, and how she looks really tired and she looks like she's super over it, and how could you have this many kids in this kind of climate. Well, also she shared on social media that she recently miscarried pretty late in her pregnancy with their 6th child, which is absolutely tragic. So obviously they're happy with the number of kids they have. They're even willing to have more kids than they have. And so all of these people who simultaneously scream, my body, my choice, her body, her choice, you can do what you want with the baby in your womb, are also saying that, well, you can't have more kids than we, whoever they are, the climate activists of the world. You can't have more kids than we say is responsible. These are the same kind of people, by the way, who are constantly telling Christians and conservatives that we're judgmental, that we care too much about what they do with their lives. Now they're prying into one of the most personal decisions that a family can ever make: how many kids that you're going to have. And they're saying, oh, you're irresponsible for that. First of all, what they're saying is a myth. There is not an overpopulation problem. So they see, these climate activists, they say, okay, we've got a finite amount of resources in the world, and since 1980, we have increased our population by 3 billion, and eventually we're gonna run out of resources because we have too many people. But that is a faulty mindset. That is when you view people as liabilities rather than assets. And environmentalists always have, not always, but leftist environmentalists almost always have an anti-human point of view. They see us as the problem. They see us at war with the earth rather than what most people really are. Sure, there's irresponsible people that maybe irresponsibly drain resources, but most people are assets. So most people actually contribute to the good of the world around them, either economically or actually caring for the earth. Even having a family is a way that you help humanity, is a way that you help the earth. Now, we talked about on Monday, we talked about the truths and the falsehoods in climate change and climate activism, and how we should look at climate change from a biblical perspective. But there are a lot of myths surrounding climate change that say, okay, if you have babies, if you have more babies, then that's irresponsible and your carbon footprint is going to be huge. But the reality is that's just not true, because human beings contribute more than they actually take away. Because extreme poverty also since 1980 has been cut in half. And so if it were true that we had a finite amount of resources, and if it were true that human beings are taking away from these resources to the point to where we're not going to have any anymore, and the world is just going to get worse and worse, then that wouldn't be the case. As the population has increased by 3 billion since 1980, extreme poverty, you would think, with our very finite resources, would have increased along with that, but it hasn't. It has actually gone down by half. So it is a myth. And it's more of an anti-human, anti-baby, anti-natalist worldview than it has to do with climate change.